Today, you're going to discover the 7 habits that are keeping you broke and stopping you from moving forward. Plus, we'll share some key recommendations to help you start improving your financial life as soon as you finish watching this video. We are Deep Talks and Wisdom. First, it's important to understand that if you have bad money habits, no salary will ever be enough, no matter how much you earn. The good news is that by changing your mindset, even in ways that don't seem directly related to money, your financial situation can improve in as little as 21 days. To help you with this, we recommend writing down the 5 key recommendations and the 7 habits that will help you fix your financial struggles. The first bad habit is spending money mindlessly, buying unnecessary things when you go out, partying every weekend, constantly going to the movies, grabbing coffee all the time, or smoking regularly. Not only is this a bad habit for your health, but it also hurts your wallet. So, before buying your next pack of cigarettes, think twice. Having coffee now and then isn't a problem, but don't turn it into a daily expense. Instead, try making your own coffee at home and bringing it to work. Second bad habit, spending everything you earn. If this sounds like you, take a moment to imagine what it would be like to always have enough money for the things you truly want and need. The problem isn't how much you make, it's how you manage it. To break this habit, avoid using credit cards whenever possible. Always wait until you have the money to pay in full. Make sure to build an emergency fund strictly for important situations. Additionally, set a savings goal of at least 10% of your income. Once you start saving, consider investing in a small business that requires minimal capital. The key is to set aside a portion of your earnings to create an additional source of income. Third bad habit, not tracking your expenses. If you make daily purchases but don't keep track of unexpected expenses, don't assume you can just remember everything in your head. It won't work all the time. You need an accurate record of where your money is going. Every single dollar that leaves your pocket should be accounted for. Keeping track of your finances is especially important if you tend to overspend or are an impulsive shopper. By actively analyzing your spending habits, you'll start to identify unnecessary expenses that you can cut back on, allowing you to save and invest for the future. Fourth bad habit, only paying the minimum on your credit cards. Credit card companies allow you to make minimum payments, but relying on this option when it's not necessary can cost you a fortune. The interest rates on minimum payments add up quickly, making it much harder to pay off your debt. A smarter approach is to always pay at least 30% more than the minimum due. This simple habit will help you reduce interest costs and pay off your balance much faster, saving you money in the long run. Fifth bad habit, missing your credit card payment deadlines. Consistently paying your credit card bills late will damage your credit score, making it harder to qualify for loans in the future. If you don't have automatic payments set up, create a system that reminds you of your exact due dates. Turning this into a routine will help you maintain a strong credit history. Sixth bad habit, living without a savings goal. If you don't set a savings goal, you'll likely spend without control and find yourself struggling financially at the end of the month. To avoid this, commit to saving a fixed percentage of your income, ideally between 10% and 20%. Over time, you can use these savings to invest and grow your wealth. Number 7, you don't have an emergency fund. An emergency fund is a savings cushion that helps you deal with unexpected situations like losing your job, medical expenses, paying off debt, car accidents, car insurance, taxes, and more. The key is to use this money for important things. It's tough to get by with very little income, you know that. To make more money, you can either work harder or work smarter. I recommend the second option. Instead of spending your life juggling 2 or even 3 jobs just to get by, focus on getting the right education and training for a career that lets you live comfortably. You need to have a life plan. One suggestion is to look for jobs that offer flexible hours. You can also learn new skills through short courses like fixing cell phones, computers, painting houses, driving for Uber or Lyft, or any other side hustle that can bring in extra income or help you get by if you ever lose your job. Just because you have a degree or a steady job doesn't mean you won't face financial problems. On the contrary, you should be training in other skills. That's why developing the habit of reading at least 1 book a month is essential. You don't even need to buy them. Borrow from a friend or get one from the library. The most important thing is to invest in your skills, the ones that will improve your quality of life. Remember to write down the 5 recommendations and the 7 habits in a notebook so you can start improving your financial situation in 21 days. Second recommendation, declare yourself debt-free. The number 1 rule in personal finance is simple and clear: spend less than you earn. However, many people struggle daily with poor habits and live trapped in an endless cycle of debt, constantly trying to pay off one debt only to fall into another. To get out of debt and start saving, you need to be smart about any extra money you come across. For example, if you're debt-free and want to buy something, before you think about spending that money, you should open a savings account just for emergencies. This way, if you ever need money, you won't have to resort to loans or credit card debt to cover the issue. Think about it this way. If you didn't have to pay rent, you could afford a car payment or even pay off your credit card debt. How much money would you save? The only bills you'd need to cover would be utilities, taxes, insurance, gas, and food. The mistake that 95% of people with financial problems make is that when they don't have any major obligations or they have extra cash, they think it's the perfect time to buy a new TV, go out partying, or buy new clothes. We've all had that kind of thought, but from now on, let's be mindful that our priority is to live debt-free. Third recommendation, sell what you can sell. Sell the things you don't need, like furniture, appliances, video games, anything you really don't use anymore. Sell your movie collection, too. If you have more than 3 TVs, sell one. I'm serious. Your kids, the people living with you, they should find other ways to invest their time. Fourth recommendation, save your change in a jar. It's no secret that money is incredibly easy to spend, especially on small things. Those little expenses that seem insignificant, but by the end of the month, they add up and become a bad habit that keeps you from saving. When you start tracking your spending, you'll realize just how much money you're wasting. To help with this, get a glass or plastic jar where you can drop your spare change every night. At the end of the month, roll up the coins and deposit them in a savings account. You're not going to get rich off the money in that jar, but it's not about the amount. It's about developing the habit of saving, and that only comes with consistency. Plus, when you're living on minimum wage, any extra money is a big help. Recommendation number 5. If you rent, move to a more affordable place. Maybe, despite your best efforts, you just can't find an affordable place to live. In that case, it might be time to do something drastic, like moving to a new city or state with a lower cost of living. However, that's no excuse to just pick up and leave without having a place to stay or a plan for what to do when you get there. Instead, do your research first and secure a job in advance. These 5 recommendations are key to improving your financial situation, but we still need to go over the habits that are holding you back from making money and progressing in life. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty more content coming your way, so make sure you turn on the notification bell so you never miss out. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.